Hello everyone, I'm BeakerTeck, also known as Keegan, and welcome back to City Skylines. A little bit of a shorter introduction today. Normally I do a little bit of time-lapse work and, it takes a couple of minutes and all that. But today, what I'm working on today is going to be the train connections between all of the areas that I've built. And I'm also going to implement some train areas for areas that I'm going to build, okay? But I sort of wanted to do a lot of it on camera because there's a bit of discussion involved with how it's going to work. Because obviously, we have this construction site here, right? Which is a railroad in construction, obviously. And we could go ahead and tidy it up. Where is my train track? Here we go. We could connect it, right? And that's gonna allow trains to come through here. Or we leave it disconnected and we have a different train track. Maybe we have one of these sort of loop up and through. Because the areas that we need to connect, right, are this area here, which is as yet unnamed. But we've got this area here, which I'm thinking can just have sort of maybe a train station along the back, or maybe even down the road a bit. Maybe along here would be kind of nice, right? The track sort of comes along, it follows along the highway here, stops in here, and then keeps going through, and then at maybe this point we can sort of bring it up a little bit and do sort of a curve over of some sort. We can bring it over the intersection. That could look kind of cool where it comes sort of like this. Now that's about to cut everyone's power off, so I'll just pause. But we go over there or something. That could work for that area. And the next area that needs connecting, or deciding whether I want to connect, is up in here, is up in Thornton. Do I want to connect the train station here? And if so, how? Right? This isn't exactly the easiest place to get a train station. Though we could do something up here. We could put a little train station on here. And I just realized I've forgotten to put my demand master on. So we'll just go ahead and do that. We could do a train station. We'll go straight now. We could do a train station here, which sort of, obviously this will come down and around. It'll be on this side of the highway. So we could do a bit of a curve around, down, and off. And where would I bring it? We could do something where it goes straight across, right? If I go up like so, could do something like that. There it comes over the road. And in fact, that, I think, is very, very Kiwi. That is the kind of thing you would see. So I think I'll go with that. I'll bring it over there. So we'll put one there. And then it will come down along here. I liked having the hill. Obviously, you saw me get rid of it in the time lapse, but having it the road go over that track, I really kind of liked. But I'm just trying to work out how I'm gonna build it in. What I could do is bring this connection back through. We'll put it back through there where it was, and connect up. We'll have a junction around here somewhere, where this one will come down. It will go over the highway here, and then we'll come and we'll meet up here at a sort of an interchange of train tracks, and we'll have it go 4 directions. We'll have a 4-direction train track interchange here with the external connection coming here, the one to the farming area up here, I need to name it, and Thornton. And then we'll have another one coming down here to Point Town, Again, we don't have a name for everything just yet. But that, that one there. Which I kind of want to replicate on this side and have a bridge going across. And I think it would look kind of nice. So we'll get to that eventually. We can get rid of that because we won't need it. So we'll have 4-way. We'll come one this way. And I want it to split. We'll have... Well, I think I want it to split. I was thinking we could have one... I think it's going to come over here. How do I want to do this? We've got a 4-way interchange. It's going to come down. We'll bring it over the water. And then we'll split. We'll have one side go over this way. And it'll... but then we've got this. We've got to work out how to get this in. Because one of them is going to come on this side of the water, right? We're going to run one down this side of the river. Almost in parallel with the road. And then we'll come into town sort of here and we'll have a train station along the back. That works well, but then how do we do this one? Perhaps this actually comes out this way and connects in. So this is sort of the new track. Before it just came down and went alongside the river. Now it's coming in here. We're doing some construction and this is going to come out. It's going to come down and I want to do another wee town. I've got two places that I want to do towns. One is, obviously I want to finish this one off and expand this a little bit. I want to do one sort of here-ish in sort of this area. Coming up a little bit here as well. So something in this area right on the edge of the map. And I think a more rural one, somewhere down in this corner here, maybe about this size. We'll take this sort of triangle here. Something like that down here. So we need a train connection for those. Which... I'm thinking this one... perhaps this one goes straight to here. We'll turn off prop and tree anarchy. And then it also goes sort of this way. Is that going to connect? Seems a little bit sharp, if I'm being perfectly honest. That connects on, I guess, but it seems to be bending the wrong way. So if we want... I guess that works. And then we have another one coming this way. Like that. And then this is going to come off. If I can get you to snap for me, that would be nice. There we go. This will come off, down, and along the highway. Something like that. We'll work it out. Let's start with actually building some of this stuff. We might have to go back and redo it. And these connections here are going to be kept very simple for now, because this sort of edge of the map here is something that I'm sort of ignoring and pretending doesn't exist, because I just need to get, I can't build any further. Obviously I could install the 81 tile mod, but it kind of tends to break my computer, so for now we'll have to just do with what we've got and pretend like the edges of the maps don't exist. Which I know is not ideal, but that's just how it's gonna have to be. How am I gonna cross over this little section? I'm also not happy with how that looks. What's that distance? That is 40-ish cells. So we'll come out by about there, and we'll go down to 3 meters, and we'll curve it just a little bit, you know, just that wee bit, There we go. We'll bring it down to 3, and we'll connect to the ground. So you now have sort of a more even looking connection there, and the train doesn't have to do anything ridiculous. It does have a little bit of a hill to climb, but I think that's going to be okay. Not too fussed about it. We come up here, and yeah, we need to work out how we're getting over. That is too much of a hill, which is perfect, because it means I can go inside the hill. We'll get our entrance here. We'll come this way, and then we'll come out roughly somewhere here. If we go to there, and then we'll have a bit of a sort of flat crossing here. Level crossing is the words I'm looking for. It's going to come up a little bit closer. And no, actually, it's not going to do that. We need to work out how big the train station is. And that road might have to go. Just bulldozing roads. It's fine. We'll bring this sort of to here. And then what side? Yeah, so we're going to have to do some changing around of this. Let's get rid of those. Let's bring a small road down, which is going to bulldoze some buildings. And we'll bring it down to about there. We'll bulldoze some of that track. We're going to have to rework it just a little bit. And its slope is too steep. Really? Ugh. Okay, I guess it kind of is. I'll give it to the game. That's fine. Smooth? Like soften terrain? Is that gonna work for me? Or are you gonna make me actually level stuff out? Nope, that apparently is fine. Okay. Let's put you as central as I can, which I think is there. Which has sort of... okay, let's flatten off some of this terrain. Just a wee bit. Because that was a little ridiculous. So we'll do something like that, and then we'll grab the soften tool, and we'll just smooth out some of these edges here, like so. We'll get this side smooth. So as you come up, you sort of get this here. But we need to get a bit of a ramp going for that there. So let's click you, and we'll go whoop. There we go. Bit of a ramp. Lovely. We will take our train track. We'll run the train track first, all the way up. Through... Oh. Might want to put this in place first. That would be a clever idea, Beaker. Come on, sort it out. We'll go to there. We'll put in the train station again. Lovely. Now we just need the actual train track to come up, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and bring the level of this area up just a bit. Make it a little bit wider. And again, we'll do a slope to get that. Then we'll run our train station, or our train line, sorry, in. We'll come out this way. And because I also want to put in a way for sort of people to bypass the train station. That's not the right angle at all. Try that. Oops. I didn't want to hit I don't want to hit bulldoze. Come on, sort it out. There we go. So we're going to come straight down the back like so. About there, and then there. So that way, if someone needs to bypass the train station, they can do so, right? It's not going to cause any issues. What is going on with those? Seriously. Something is very glitched with that train station. Hang on, let's place that again. And wow, okay, little bit of a bug with the game there. Not much I can do about that. I do apologize for that. But I can't really do anything about those wonky lopsided train. What are they called even? I want to say pylons, but they're not pylons. Whatever those things are called, let me know in the comments down below. And I will apologize for them being skewiffy. That's that. Okay, how do we make this look pretty now? I'm going to leave the road just ending there. And I think a big old size smoothing tool with a soft brush on it, especially on this far side here, and then just running down like that, is gonna work best. And then from this side, you've just got a hill, right? It's not a cliff, it's just a hill, and it kind of fits into the terrain. It's kind of all right. And if you're coming up from here as an actual train, you happen to go onto a bridge for a second. Let's just fix that. There we go. So you come up and boom, 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 boom. You can bypass it or you can stop at the train station. Lovely. I'm going to get rid of that little piece of road. It was unnecessary. I do want to put in, however, a little bit of commercial on that side. And we'll put in a little bit of commercial on that side as well. Just matching it. Gonna look lovely. Moving on to the next section. Let's get our curve tool and work out where exactly we want to actually curve from. That is far too steep. I guess that's the other question, is how high do I actually want to be? How high am I down this end? If we go back to here, you're 14, 16, 18. Okay, so it is 18 meters is the height that I've used elsewhere. So if I pop you in there and curve you down, and then we go to the ground, that's a 1x1 slope, right? Because that's 18 meters up, 18 meters across, but it doesn't look quite right. That bit looks fine. I'm happy with that slope. It was this part that just didn't quite look right. So let's bring you down to 3. Better. Get rid of that section and then we'll just run this off to the ground. Lovely. You are coming out that way. That's fine. We can rerun those power cables. Then you'll come roughly around. I want a bit of a smooth curve here. We'll come to here. And then we'll start going down. We'll go to 3 meters across that distance. And then we'll just go to the ground. Wherever it wants to. I'm not going to be too fussy about that. We get a curve that mostly matches the road, and then we'll pull off sort of here. Now, this is a bit of a hill to climb, so let's work out how we're going to do this. Obviously, we've got this road here. How do I want to connect it? I could just grab from here. Oh, maybe to... before it starts flashing, maybe? There. Why not? We'll go there. I don't know what that flashing is. And then we'll put our train station here. Does that connect the power up? It doesn't. But I can... I'll sort that out. So we'll do something like that. Again, we're going to have to do some terrain work just to smooth everything out. But we'll get to that. I just need to work out how this is going to work. Let's... how does that look? It's got a bit of a dip, which we can fix. That's not an issue. And I would almost prefer it to go... I guess it kind of does need to do that kind of curve. Not that kind of curve, though. We can definitely tidy that up. But it does almost need to loop back on itself. So, how does that look? In terms of height, that's fine. And we just need to get this little bit of curve a bit smoother. And there we go. We have our bridged connection. And coming out this side, it's just going to go straight across. Right? So we're just going to go up to there. Which actually looks really nice. Especially if you're driving through here, right? Like, you come up to here and you've got this sort of, this pillar here, and that looks really nice. I like how that looks. Okay, moving on. Actually, no, I lied. Before I move on, let's A, fix the power, and B, sort out the bypass track. I like having bypasses. Otherwise, you get blockages in your station. You, I think, need to actually go... How are we going to do this? We need it to come... we need it to connect, first of all. That's sort of our first and foremost primary requirement. And we also need it to not be ridiculously sloped. Actually, that's kind of perfect. Just bring it to the ground. Not at all fussed about that. And then we'll come up to there. All we need is to fix this ground section, actually. Let's do the terrain work now. Let's clear out the trees. That looked really cool, by the way. That was awesome. Smooth everything out. Grab our train tracks and go from there. You're 180, really? Okay, we'll do something like that. So it is going to be in the air for the whole time. Or sort of on a bridge for the whole time, which I guess is okay. But I don't really like too much. I kind of feel like I want to bring the size down, and I just want to pick one of these heights. Let's go with that. I think that's going to work. And then we can bring our train track. And I can always... oh, I completely got rid of it. That's okay. We can bring this sort of down here. Along the back and up somehow, maybe. Bring it to there and then connect in somehow. If you wanna connect, please, that would be great. Bring you up where is flat, or sorry, where is in line with that? Be about there. Okay. Go to there, and then we'll go. Nope. I had this before. That's gonna work. Okay, there we go. So we do have a bypass, and it does connect, which is great. The question now is, as I'll bring that to the ground. Where was I gonna go next? I think it was gonna be. No, I've lied again. I said I was gonna do power. Let's fix the power first. We'll do that. That'll do. And we'll bring this one up to there, which isn't actually gonna connect. But if I go and use one of these and place it on there, it will. I also have disconnected power lines here, which you guys are actually the lowest you can be, I believe. So I might have to bring you up, which is okay. We'll do that. We'll go bring it back a couple spaces, and we'll come to here, and then we'll go way all the way up. There we go. Lovely. We'll go to there, and we'll go all the way down to there. So there we go. So we've got these massive pylons going on, but that's okay. One more over here, which I guess just needs to run sort of roughly to here, but I am going to run it all the way in. Am I? No. Let's just run it to here, and then it will connect up. That's fine. We just need to re-tree this area here. And then I've just looked at the time that this episode has taken and realized that it's the end of an episode. So guys, thank you very much for watching. It took a little bit longer than I expected. We're not quite done, which means we're not going to get onto detailing and some of the other stuff I had planned for next episode. So that's going to have to wait till next week. But in the next episode, we'll continue on with our train tracks and hooking up all of our little areas. So if you've enjoyed the video, smash that like button, and also don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.